What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're doing another rebuild. We're doing the Legend Fantasy Draft rebuild. I've done it pretty much on every 2K, and each time it's something different. So I decided to do it again here, and a couple of people requested over at Twitter, and of course, I'm gonna do it. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, because it seems like almost every night I ask you guys what you want to see tomorrow, and then boom, I usually provide. So let's see what team we're going to pick. I am wearing a Chicago Bulls shirt, or a Windy City Bulls shirt. It's the D-League team of the Chicago Bulls. So I'll rock with my Bulls for this video, and we'll see what number pick we have. And I forgot to turn on Fantasy Draft. I'll be back. Okay, so we picked the Bulls here. And we're going to have the 7th pick. That's really clutch. Let's see who's here. We got Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, Shaquille O'Neal, a young Oscar Robertson, which is probably going to be the guy we pick. I do this every time we do a fantasy draft. I am not just picking the best player available. Like, if I pick Oscar Robertson right now, there's going to be somebody in the comment section saying, well, you should have picked Shaq. Just relax, buddy. Relax, enjoy the video. No matter what, we're going to be making trades anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with the big O Oscar Robertson, 98 overall, and we'll see what we get next round, because we have it on Serpentine, so we're going to get a late pick in the 2nd round. We could pick up Alonzo Mourning, Bernard King, Elvin Hayes. If you guys are wondering, I am on Xbox One. The roster we are using is made by Professor 2K, reliable. Professor 2K makes some of the best rosters here on NBA 2K, so you can just search his name and it'll come up. Professor 2K, no spaces, no nothing. All right, back to this draft. So we picked up a point guard. I want to get a big man to put him up with. Alonzo Mourning or Big Diesel, we're talking about Dwight Howard. This is the 92 overall Dwight Howard. But I think I'm going to go with Alonzo. I'm going to go with Zoe. And then we can still pick up, yeah. I think I played that right. We can still pick up Dwight Howard. So Alonzo Mourning, Dwight Howard down low, that's going to be unstoppable. I mean, not really, because everybody else in this draft is pretty good too. So we need a small forward and a shooting guard. A really good Monte Ellis. This is like prime Monte Ellis. Or I want to get Sean Marion. I'm going to pick up Sean Marion since he is one of my favorite of all time. And then shooting guard, we could still go back and pick up Monte. But I see Brandon Roy, and I can never pass up on Brandon Roy, so we don't. And again, since we are doing a rebuild and we're going to be making trades, I'm making all of these selections very fast, just so we can get to rebuilding. So, okay, now we're looking for a 6-man. Baron Davis, I've had him in a rebuild before. He never really performs off the bench. So I'm going to go with Richard Jefferson. I know he's 36 years old, but this is a 1-year rebuild, so his age doesn't matter too much. This is like Glenn Sanity, Jeremy Lin. I like that. I'm going to go with, I think I could pick up Ilgauskas next round. So we're gonna chill on Ilgauskas and try. Ooh. Rasheed Wallace, man. I wish they could put Rasheed Wallace in the new games, but they can't. They never can. So let's see if I could still pick up Ilgauskas. Oh my God, he got picked. God, I failed right there. Who else we got? We're never going to pick Verjav. You guys know me, you know Verjav is my least favorite player, probably in NBA history. Let's go get another PG. The Big O is going to play big minutes, but I don't want him playing all the minutes. I would pick up Avery Johnson, but I think his 3-point shot is like a 50. And you don't, you don't want that in a PG, trust me. But you know who has a high 3-point shot? We're talking about Captain Kirk, the best 3-point shooter in Bulls history, or like the #1 3-point shooter in Bulls history, something like that. So let's just bring him home to Chicago. So we need another big man. I'll pick up Vlade, even though we don't like Vlade just because the way he runs the team in Sacramento. But as a player, he was pretty solid, man. He's pretty solid. So we're almost done here. I think after this pick, we're just going to have our assistant GM pick the rest. So we got to back up. Let's see. We need to back up shooting guard, and then we're done with that. Barbosa or OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo has been kicked out of the league for at least some time. So let's bring him back by drafting them. And then the last 3 picks doesn't matter too much. We're finally going to get to rebuilding. I tried to do that pretty fast, and I think I did. I'm only a couple minutes in, so that went by fast. So we do have the picks from the Kings and everything. I wonder if I traded, I know, Sean Marion. If I trade Sean Marion in the first round, can I get somebody that's a 90 overall plus for my small forward? I want Pippen, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure whatever team has Pippen is not going to give me Pippen for Sean Marion in the first rounder, but we could give it a try. And 2K, it takes forever to load up, so we're just going to sit back and relax and see how this goes. Okay, we could pick up Larry Nance Sr., Ron Artest. Nah, I'm not feeling these trades. Elvin Haynes at 93. But again, that's to be another big man to the team, which you really don't need. But maybe we can make a trade like that and then flip that player. Oh, should we bring back Dennis? Flip that player for a small forward. So let's do that. Elvin Haynes is a 93, so let's do the Elvin Haynes one. I love Elvin Haynes, but he's got to go because I like who our power forward is, that being Big Zoe. So Elvin Haynes in the first rounder, will that bring us back a small forward that's better? You got to think like that. You got to think 2 steps ahead of everybody else, and that's how you become good at rebuilding. Another 50 seconds that we got to wait for this. This sucks. So for you guys that have been wondering, I think I've said this before, but the reason I haven't been doing many rebuilds is just because I lost that rebuilding touch. It's not extremely fun like it used to be because things are getting way too easy. But when we throw in random challenges like this, see, look at that. That Grant Hill trade's a good trade. When we throw in random challenges like this, it makes it more enjoyable. Or you could pick up Bernard King. Do I want to pick up Bernard King? We already got Brandon Roy. I don't want to risk another injury. Oh, that hurts, right? With Grant Hill. So we're gonna do the Bernard King one because I've never had Bernard King in one of these videos. So Big O, Brandon Roy, Bernard King, Zoe, Dwight Howard. The bench is not that great, so let's fix that by making more trades. We got a lot of picks here in Chicago, so we're gonna use them all. OJ Mayo in the first rounder for next year. I'm pretty sure that could bring in a better backup shooting guard. And if it does that, we still need some help on the bench. But let's take it one step at a time. We can pick up Tony Allen, who is a really good player, but did we just lose Shawn Marion? Did we draft Shawn Marion, or am I tripping? We could bring him right back. Trade number 5, we'll take a look at that. We could just bring him right back. It's like we never left him. It's like we never got rid of him. Oh, Allen Houston. We're going to do that trade. I love Allen Houston. And I know I say that about pretty much every NBA player because that's just the way I feel, man. I'm very optimistic. There's a small amount of people in the NBA history that I dislike, and I already told you one in this video being Anderson Varejao. But I'm just not that type of person. I don't hate on other people. So because of that, if I'm not hating, doesn't mean automatically I'm loving, but a lot of the time it does mean that I'm loving. Bring a Cal Korver, bring in another ex-Bulls player. I think I gave up 2 first rounders, which probably is a bad trade, but we're bringing another sharpshooter off our bench. Our backup center right now, I think it was Vlade, right? Yeah, let's get something better than Vlade, and I think our team will be good enough to win a championship. Backup center that's better than Vlade. And the reason I'm able to make these trades, when you do these legend rebuilds, you have to turn up all of the salary cap, hard cap, all of that. Because since everybody's made to such a big amount, it is almost impossible to do any trades. Impossible to re-sign players if we were to make this longer than 1 year. So because of that, I just turned everything off. We're going to do this Bogut trade. This is like prime Bogut. And I'm fine with him coming off our bench. So let's take a look at our team now. So Big O, Brandon Roy, Bernard King, Alonzo Mourning, Dwight Howard, Richard Jefferson, Allen Houston, Rasheed Wallace, Bogut. And then we got some reserve players that are actually pretty solid besides Stanley Johnson and John Henson, but they should never touch the floor unless we get multiple injuries. But let's get to simulating some games. I'll see you guys at the All-Star break. We'll take a look around the league, see who's leading the league in scoring, because that's always fun since there's so many great players. Oh, there's the first injury. There's so many great players that they fight over the ball. So nobody's going to average like 40 because every team has so many great players, but we'll see how it goes. 46-10 at the All-Star break, first in the Eastern Conference. I'm hoping that's the best record in the league. So let's take a look at that first. And it is by far. The next best team is 36-20, that being the Spurs. So let's look at our team first. The Big O was averaging his triple-double. We weren't expecting anything less from the Big O. That's why we drafted him. Bernard King's averaging his 17, double-double for Alonzo Mourning, almost double-double for Dwight Howard, and there's the rest of the stats there. Oh, John Henson actually got some ticks somewhere along the line, so good for him. He hasn't scored this season, as you can see, averaging 0, but he's got a rebound or 2 and a turnover or 2. Let's take a look around the league, though. LeBron is still leading scoring, which is crazy. 26 points is really high for a team that's stacked with NBA legends. Allen Iverson is in a Clippers jersey. T-Mac is in Dallas. Rick Barry, this is so crazy, but here are all the numbers. Let's take a look at assists. Oh, the Big O leading the way in assists. He better be not just an all-star, but an MVP candidate. How good our team is playing right now and him averaging a triple-double. Not only should be a candidate, he should be the guaranteed winner right now. Kuzi's averaging over 10. Jerry West, John Stockton, Kobe. Who said Kobe didn't pass the ball, man? Averaging 8 assists a game. You can see the rest. Let's take a look at steals per game. Allen Iverson. I was expecting a guy like Gary Payton to be on top, but it's Allen Iverson. Blocks per game. Patrick Ewing is averaging 4. Oh my God. Guaranteed defensive player of the year, right? But he's not getting many steals. You see a Bill Russell, he's averaging at least 2 steals and 3 blocks. So maybe Bill Russell gets it. Turnovers per game. Isaiah Thomas is averaging about 5. What else do we need to take a look at? Field goal percentage, do y'all care about that? Nah, not too much. 3 points made, James Harden. Okay. Let's take a look at the award races. Yes, okay. The Big O is leading the way in the MVP, which I expected. Rookie of the Year, they still got some rookies playing. Elvin Hayes leading 6th man of the year. We traded him, right? We had him for a split second and we traded him. Manu always going to be there. Defense player of the year. Okay, like I thought, Bill Russell. Since he is averaging steals and blocks and not just blocks like Patrick Ewing, he's a front runner. Most improved, Karl-Anthony Towns, which is, he didn't really improve. But if you think about it, not many players. That makes sense. Okay. All right, no trades because we're playing so good. We're going to simulate to the end of the season, get into the playoffs, hopefully win this championship, number 7 at the United Center. So the Big O does win MVP. He didn't even win MVP back in the day when he averaged a triple-double. So he finally gets his first MVP there. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. 6th man went to Elvin Hayes. Defense Player of the Year went to Bill Russell like I thought he would. Most Improved went to Karl-Anthony Towns. Coach of the Year went to our boy Fred Hoiberg. And yes, Oscar Robertson was an All-NBA player. But I think that's it we had. Oh, that's defense. But that's it. Okay. We did finish with the number 1 seed in the East. If you want to take a look at the final stats. Boom, there they are. And boom, there they are for the full season. First round is against the Detroit Pistons. We got to take a look at, we got to do some scouting, boys. We got to take a look at every team we go against. They got Wilt Nash, Sidney Moncrief, George McGinnis. They got a solid team. Well, every team is solid, right? But our team is better. We just need to stop Wilt. And this is a division rivalry. Don't get eliminated in the first round, team. Please don't get eliminated in the first round. Okay, New York is next. What we got in New York, man? KG, Kid, Paris, Joe Johnson, ISO Joe. That's crazy. Our team is better. Our team is way better than that team. The trades that we made in the beginning to pick up those players to come off our bench, coming in handy, I bet. Coming in handy. And the Charlotte Hornets make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So let's go over to the Hornets. They got Shaq and James Worthy, Chris Bot. Okay, now this is a team that can actually give us some run. They can definitely give us some run, but you guys know I'm confident in my Bulls. Are we going to sweep them? No, we gave up at least 1 game to every team. Let's not give up a game to the San Antonio Spurs. Who do they have? Bill Russell, Dominique Wilkins, Mitch McGrady, Chauncey. Oh, this is going to be a tough matchup. But again, I am confident in the way my boys have been playing all season long, and we sweep them. I said don't give them a game, right? And our boys came through. Number 7 going up the United Center, as I mentioned. Oscar Robertson averaged 22.5, 14 assists. Golly, how is that possible? And about 11 rebounds. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. For you guys that like these rebuilds, let me know how I can make these better. Because I've been struggling with finding ways to make these better or more unique than guys that are also doing rebuilds. And that's one of the main reasons I haven't really been bringing them. I've been trying to be as diverse and unique as I can on this channel. Because if you're not unique, you get buried. So I'm not trying to get buried. So if you have any suggestions how to make this better or give me challenges that nobody else done, I'd really appreciate it. So leave a comment down below. Also leave a like if you enjoyed. This has been the King of the Fourth Quarter, and I'm out.